Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everyone in the Family Tree Fantasy Football League. From your true friend, Jaheim Jones, here in Tokyo, Japan. Let you know right now, around the globe, it's not really that much excitement around the league regarding this year's Blood Bowl, Not really too much. Haven't seen a whole lot of people on the message board, the smack board. Hopefully that changes now that the games are about to start up. But I will tell you right now, in Tokyo, Japan, it's popping. It's popping, baby. I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that Ben's fan base has been very prevalent in the area. They've really flooded the city, and I think there's a lot of animosity between the Rebels and House of Pain. I may be wrong. It could be animosity between House of Pain and the Tokyo civilians because there was that awful loss that we had against them in the semifinals. But, Cowtown Rebels fans are still in the area. They're still there. I've seen a few of them around. But I've definitely seen some skirmishes between the Tokyo fans and the House of Pain fans. So that should be interesting as the week goes on. But wait, there's a mob outside the hotel? Jeff, get this, man.
Like a massive rock.
So anyway, before I get killed by this mob outside, I want to let you guys know real quick, I did have a sit-down interview with both Ben Abadjian and Casey Karras regarding the Blood Bowl. I'm going to show that to you guys right now. It's your boy, Jaheim Jones here. I'm here in the great Kiyo Plaza Hotel in Tokyo, Japan. It's actually my favorite hotel in all of Japan. Not only that, but I'm here with an outstanding owner, Casey Karras. Thank you for taking this interview. How have you been enjoying Tokyo so far, Casey?
Great question, Jaheim. Unfortunately, we have not, gotten to enjoy Tokyo. It's been very accommodating. We're thrilled to be here. But we do have a mission in mind that we need to accomplish this weekend. We do, however, intend to enjoy the festivities and all that Tokyo has to offer after the weekend wraps up, hopefully with a second Blood Bowl championship. But no, it's there's too many distractions. I don't want our guys going out in public. Besides, when they do, inevitably half of them are mistaken for Michael Jordan. It tends to create a little bit of frenzy. It just gets kind of nuts. So we're gonna lay low, practice, stay focused, and get ready for this championship.
You've been to 2 Blood Bowls. This is your second one. You won your first Blood Bowl, and you have the opportunity to be the first owner in FTFFL history to win 2 Blood Bowls. What does this mean to you, and is there any added pressure?
Another great question. Being the second Blood Bowl, what it means to me, it's huge. Every year, this is the ultimate goal, is to make it to a Blood Bowl. Everything you go through, from drafting your team, managing it throughout the process, you hope things play out in a way to where, in the end, you're sitting right here the last week of the season fighting for that championship. So It means everything to us to be here. Feel very fortunate. We're soaking it in, not taking it for granted. It's been a number of years since we've been in this position. Although it's much different, first time around, there's a lot more emotion tied into it, a lot better feel going into it. But this time around, we're playing against a very respectable opponent. I think having already had a Blood Bowl championship, in terms of pressure, there's absolutely not any added pressure because of it. Like I said, we've already got the one under our belt, although we would love nothing more than to have a second.
All right. So I got to know, what's your game plan going into this game? And what's your expected outcome? Obviously, you think you're going to win, right?
Jaheim, that is another fantastic question. Game plan going into the championship, well, it's pretty simple. Try to just stay cool, calm, and collected myself. Let things play out. My roster's set. I feel really good about who I have in play. Do want to send a shout out to my man Tommy James. I don't know if he knew what I knew, but the likelihood of Rodgers playing this week was going to be really low. So Tommy decided to drop Jameis Winston right in my lap, who's got all this experience playing in Tokyo. Yeah, he can be hit or miss, but I have all of the confidence in the world in what Jameis Winston's going to be able to do this weekend, running the helmet quarterback for our squad. Really excited about the other players that I have. We do know, though, that the opponent that we're up against, it's a formidable opponent. They have been killing it this year. So we do have to be at the top of our game, but like I said, I believe I like our matchups. I think our team's going to do just fine.
There's been a lot of owners that have spoken out against you this year, both your team and you yourself as an owner. And there's been a lot of owners that have come out and said that they're rooting for Ben in the Blood Bowl. Do you think that maybe it's that they misunderstand you as an owner, or do you think they're just jealous of your team since this may be the second time that you win a Blood Bowl?
Great question, Jaheim. First of all, the support for Ben, I cannot blame a single owner for backing him. He's a very commendable person. Someone who has fought for our country, a man of his word, and one that always speaks his mind, so you have to respect that. So no worries about that. I do not think that there's a chance that anyone's jealous of my team. One of the things I enjoy most about this league is that we tend to take a lot of pride in our own squad. But jealous of us being here, perhaps, the good fortune that played out in order for us to be here. We're really thankful for that as well. In terms of being misunderstood, that's absolutely true. I have not had the opportunity to meet every owner, vice versa. So a lot of what they know of me only comes across in fantasy football, which for all intents and purposes is a competitive environment. And when I'm in a competitive environment, I can be vicious.
On to the most important question of the day. Casey, you ready for this? Do you believe you are a kiss ass?
Jaheim, that is another great question. No. Really, it just depends on how you define kiss ass. To me, someone who is a kiss ass is disingenuous.
Okay, basically in this part of the interview, floor is yours now. Do you have any last remarks? I know you're a kiss ass. Do you have any more, kissing up you want to do before the end of this interview? Floor is yours.
That's a terrible question, Jaheim. But I'm glad you asked, because I would love to take this opportunity to kiss the ass of none other than Antonio Ramiro Romo. My man, Tony Romo. So, Tony Romo, I have admired for a number of years. You know, he
Guys, so I'm with Better Badgen right now. We're in the Grand Nico Hotel here in Tokyo. He likes to keep his lights really dim. So, I don't know, I just feel like talking like this right now. So Ben, thanks for doing the interview. Why do you keep your lights so dim?
Why do I like my room so dim? Oh, it's not really dim. It's actually very bright. It's just the way the coloring comes off. Surprised that's your first question about such a big event. What else do you have for me, Tommy?
First of all, you just turned on the lights. Second of all, my name's not Tommy. I may look like him, but my name's Jaheim. Get it right. Anyway, now that we're all cooled off, how have you been enjoying Tokyo? I see a lot of your fans around here. It's kind of like a home game for you. Are you enjoying Tokyo, and are you enjoying the fact that your fans are pretty much taking over the city?
Well, Tokyo's fun and dandy. Having a good time. I think last time we were here we did lose to Tokyo. I'm not sure if that was played at home or away, but yeah, getting some of the good cuisine. Of course, House of Pain is probably the biggest fan base in the whole league, so there's plenty of House of Pain loyalist diehards from Tokyo and outside the other, surrounding regions and the islands of Japan. So things are good, and yeah, I expect our crowd as always to be dominant, if not bigger, than the opponents, whether we're home or away.
Okay, so this will be your second Blood Bowl appearance in a row. Last year didn't go so well for you. What did you learn from that experience, and what kind of adjustments are you making in your preparations for this year's Blood Bowl?
I'd have to say, not too many adjustments. Last year was just we were going against a much, overall more talented team, better matchups. This year, since draft day, we've, had pretty much a real crack unit and not had to really make many adjustments other than ones that were necessary. And so far, things have worked. Don't see any chance. If they say if it's not broke, don't try to fix it. So we're just going to go in with the best we have, the best boys we feel fit to do the job, and see how it goes.
So, Ben, what's your expected outcome of this year's Blood Bowl? What's going to happen? Hit me with it.
Well, I'm definitely expecting it to be close. I see, things. It looks like the projections were favored, but I wouldn't, put too much faith in those. I think it might be one of the closer games, which is a lot of the reason why I'm glad I have some Monday night players to rely on. It seems like Cowtown has all their work cut out for them to do Sunday, and I think it might come down to Monday night, just by the play of the field, by the matchups, the receivers especially. So yeah, I would like to just cream my opponent and go into Monday night knowing we're just adding insult to injury, but I do feel it's going to be close and probably one of the better Blood Bowls.
So, time for my favorite part of the interview. The floor is yours, Ben. What are your last words for Casey before you bring the wood this week? Not in a sexual way. Wood, as in like what a house is built out of.
Nothing bad to say against Cowtown. I think, ever since both Annie started the team and Casey joined the team in season 1, I've always stuck up for them against, you know, and you know, in a lot of situations where they're being attacked or thrown under the bus, and he's always Annie and Casey have always been there for me. So, you know, I'm glad to face a respectable opponent, as you know I did in last year's Blood Bowl. Nobody that really has any truly bad blood with us. I think the last time we met in the postseason was really the first Lottery Bowl. So, no hard feelings. I wish them the best, and happy to be playing them, and look forward to a good game. Best of luck, even though I don't wish you too much luck.